What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks, coming to you live from Houston, Texas, but we're broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live. And today is Thursday. Baby Friday. We affectionately called it Baby Friday because the Chop Shop is not aired on Friday. So guess what? We go to this is our Friday right now. And we're gonna get it in today. I got some unique topics. I want to hear from you and see what y'all got going on. Let me see. I'm trying to go to all my friends and my groups. Yeah, go to my groups and share the show. That's what we do. Waiting on somebody to come on. Okay, I've shared it over there. Now let me go over here to YouTube and share it from over here. Ain't nobody popped on yet. Where y'all at? Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me quick. Okay, Daryl Anderson, my main man, Daryl Anderson is in the building. Daryl Anderson said, y'all, I'm in here. They won't let me share it today. Oh, yeah, okay, we can share it. Okay. But it's always changing stuff. Man, these people are always changing stuff. I mean, when you do those updates, boy, be willing. Because, I mean, guess what's going to happen? It's going to be a different way. You know how you just get used to how your icons and how your stuff is lining up, and these people they just go and just move it around without giving you heads up, saying, "Hey, man, I'm about to move your stuff around, Robert. I know you've been doing it a certain way, but I'm just gonna move it around for you, Mr. Jack Reese. How you doing, sir? But we're gonna do it today. Make sure you share the show. As a matter of fact, text, tag, and tell somebody about this show right now. Tell them, say, look, hey, man, I'm on the Chop Shop right now. Get to it right now. Check it. It's gonna help you, your family. You're gonna hear about some sports. You're gonna hear about everything. Oh, okay. Hold on. Somebody just text me. Somebody just text me. Hey, see that? I like that. Hold up. I'm trying to get my home screen. My home screen not working. Man, y'all, you know how I just like certain things right, everything right. And let me go to check this thing. What I was about to. Oh yeah, we yeah. Tell them about this chop shop because we gonna say something today that you probably never heard of. And I talked about intelligence yesterday, Jack Reese. It was kind of, I mean, y'all got to understand some of this stuff I get from people, and and you tell your friends, every day you miss listening to the Chop Shop, Tyrone Caldwell. Every day you miss it. You do a disservice to every cell in your body. I mean, you got to. You got to turn it on a little bit because we're gonna say something that'll touch every part of the life. Yes, we're gonna tell you about what's happening in pro sports. Yes, we're gonna talk. Man, Arizona's pretty nice. Arizona's pretty nice, man. I like that kid. What his name? Core Pete. I like that Core Pete from Arizona. I like him. I like him. I didn't get a chance to talk about him yesterday. I like him. He can play the Alabama Illinois game. Oh my goodness, it was crazy. 90 to 86. That was a good game. But just to know about Chop Shop, man. We got the opportunity to do whatever we want on this show to change our own world. I was just thinking about um, some people, what we do with the Chop Shop, we begin to formulate ideas. We just formulate ideas and we formulate principles that allow everyday citizens to have a sense of how much power they possess. And I always talk about that because I really want us to, because we need to teach you know what? I was thinking about all these book bannings and stuff like this. Y'all, we need to teach the very books that they're banning in these schools. Okay, banning them for a reason. If we can do that, we can change the world in a very powerful way, in a tangible fashion. Brandon Weefall. Brandon Weefall, I be thinking about this stuff, man. You know, my mind never stops. My mind's never stopped. And not just random thoughts. And I just sit back and think. You know, I let people just say what they want on the show. Whatever you want to, you can just make a comment. Now I'm gonna say something about the comments, but I ain't never told nobody, hey man, don't say that. But now I don't want you talking crazy to the other people. You follow me? You know, I don't want to talk crazy. You know, we got women and people on here, older people on here. We don't, y'all, my wrist is getting better, but it's a little tender right now. Hitting the golf ball too hard. Uh, you know, I was thinking about it because I'm trying to guide you to bring your best, Brandon. Brandon, I know you just sit back and just don't say nothing. Eric Harrison be engaged. Tyrone Caldwell. I don't. Jack Reese. You know, sometimes, I don't know. Y'all, first of all, we got to share the show. We got to share the show. Casey Smalls. Sometimes you come on and say Chop Shop, but man, I want y'all to be a part of this. I don't want me just every day. I'm up here. Well, let's see what Robert got to say today. What about what Casey Small gonna bring to the show? I tell y'all, I use the metaphor of bringing a brick because we building something here. Bring your brick, bring your brick, bring something. If we building something, we can, and make sure your brick got straw in it. Don't have none of them weak bricks because we building something so heavy. If your brick is weak, if you bring something weak, it'll break down everything else. We should be sharing, the algorithm should be popping on this show so people can bring you other shows like this. You follow me? You know, it's, I mean, if y'all, I wish I could just get y'all, I told y'all, it's like y'all on the street and y'all in y'all car. It's like you're on the street. I just hope this Federal Express man, he gonna come. Please don't hit my bell. Please don't hit my bell. But but it's I was just thinking about it. I mean, we got so much power. But we got to bring something. It ain't no fun if my homie can't have none. I want you to come there, just bring a topic we all can talk about. And you know about the topic because you done studied about the topic. No clickbait that you done got. Something you done went and said, you know what, Rob, man, I saw this and then I went and got about 4 or 5 sources. Now I kind of understand what you were saying about this thing. And it's just so, I mean, but I'm trying to guide you to bring out your best. King Sticks, Ricky Scott, I want to tease what you believe, but I want to give you some space to surrender in a larger moment and purpose that illuminates the context for everybody. When I ask you about what you're doing, and when I ask you a question about what you posted, I want you to illuminate the context for everybody else. I want to be clear and be able to break it down. This is what this show is about, Ricky Scott. I've been on this show all week by myself, and I still got the same fire that I started with on Monday. That's what I try to do. What do we do with this moment? Casey Small? Has everybody shared the show? Have everybody liked it? Have everybody hit the thumbs up? It's not about simple pop culture, but we are figures of popular culture. We addressed popular culture. That's important because that's where people live, Rick Scott. We live by analogy and metaphors. It's like this. It's like this. As the Real Housewives, it's just like what we doing on TikTok. So we have to take these things seriously. because people are watching. Eric Boone, Washington, Brian Boat White. But at the same time, we have to say, because I'm talking about the chop shop right now, at the end of the day, what we do with algorithms, what we do with social media, what we do with the chop shop. Eric, watch him. Oh, that's Sean. What's Sean? Sean, you part of this. Eric Boone, you part of this. Brian, both right. If don't I include y'all in this, you're part of this. Ricky Scott, you know you're part of it. King Six, you're part of it. Even though you come on here with your, everybody just think, I don't know what King Six be saying, but Sting Sticks, I don't never say. I got a ban button right here. All I had to do is push the ban button and you banned away. I would never do you like that. I don't want to silence you. Casey Smalls, Brandon Wheatfall, Eric Harrison, Tyrone Caldwell, Jack Reese, Daryl Anderson. What do we do with the chop shop? We begin to formulate ideals and principles that allows ordinary citizens to have a sense of how they possess, or how much power they possess. That's what I try to do every day. The thing they have to do and what the agenda for their daily lives. We got to let the left hand know what the right hand is doing. Because there is going to be a need of three. Think about it. I was thinking about this. I was reading up this, Corey. There's going to be a need of 300,000 plumbers in the next 40 years. Excuse me, in the next 4 years. 4 years. 300,000 plumbers. There's going to be a need for 275,000 HVACs, people who know about air conditioners and stuff in the next 2 years. And we don't have anybody in positions to be able to do it. And they making money. Y'all, electrician came and put some in the garage today. The other day. He wasn't here that long. To put the electrical outlet, a powerful electrical outlet in the garage so you can charge an electric car. In Bartholomew. That man wasn't here that long, man. That man cut a hole in there, put some wires through there, and went in my breaker box and put some extra stuff in there and did all that stuff. Man, that man charged me a lick. But guess what? He looked just like me and Corey Willis and Mr. Bartholomew. He looked just like us. He looked just like Eric Boone. Y'all, ladies and gentlemen, on this show, listen, I know we got scholars, but we need W.E. Du Bois, W.E.B. Du Bois, and we need Booker T. Booker T in the terms of set down and repair where you are, and practical and the practicality of capital. That's extremely important too. And W.B. Du Bois, he was talking about taking care of your education agenda. We need both. Not either or. I can't just come on here and just talk about, sports all the time. Y'all can go to yourself and go and talk about sports. What they got happening in sports today? Y'all could have went over there. UConn got punked by Arizona. Hurts unfazed by reports the Eagles frustrated with the quarterback. They're always just frustrated with the quarterback. The Browns defensive end got a 3-year extension. The Braves, the Jets, the boy who got shot, now he's breathing on his own. I mean, Cardi B and Stephon share photos of a newborn. I like that. Memphis play tonight. They play Purdue tonight. Oh, I got the tape there. I wonder who calling that game. I hope Chris Walker calling that game. They over there in the Bahamas. I need to be over there with them. Um, I can see how quick I can go to this. Miami play tonight. You know, we got Sheldon Henderson playing. They playing at 6 o'clock tonight. Texas Southern is playing. My guys are playing on the SEC network tonight. They playing Vanderbilt tonight. Let me see. Auburn is playing again tonight. Sebastian Williams Adams, he's playing tonight. Um, University of Houston on TNT tonight is playing Rider University tonight. What am I doing tonight? Do I want to go to that game? Who else? Troy. No, we ain't got nobody for Troy. I'm just going. Somebody else might. Hey, man. Hey, the Rock is pretty good. Eric Harrison said, let me see what Eric said. See, Eric bringing a brick today. Eric said, watch this. Eric said, this is one of the few places where I can express myself to a community that can help me develop, maintain, and even adjust my daily mindset. This is a blessing for real. Wow. Eric, I need to copy that when I'm talking about the Chop Shop. I need to copy that, Eric. I'm gonna take a picture of that one, Eric. Put that back up there, y'all. Put that back up there for me. Uh, Eric, watch this. Eric, I gotta take a picture of that. Gotta take a picture. Oh, take a picture, Robert. Oh man, these cameras. Y'all gonna make me get that other camera. I'm gonna get sick of this. What you call this thing? Uh, iPhone. I got stock in it. I got stock though. I can't get sick of it. Uh, but I was just thinking about us, Eric. See, when I put your comment on there like that, because some people be on cell phones, they can't see uh, that. But we need both. We don't need to look down our nose on people who actually made a living. I'm watching this show called The Gilded Age. Felicia Rashad, Sally Richardson, she helped. She's the executive producer. Gilded Age is just you just got to go see it. It's on HBO Max. I mean, I watch it over and over and over again because I watch how they showing. You know, I just some people look down on people because they who actually made a living. How could you do that? I never look down on nobody. Everybody on here is very important to me. We don't need to look down our nose on people like that. Many of you in black middle class and upper class rode those elevators and escalators up based on the capital procured by people who were tradesmen and the women in our community. So why are you gonna hold your nose up because you got you all now? Men and women who choose not to go to higher education, but they go and do something else. We must have a space and a place to learn, to be able to do something with this stuff we got. Guess what? Rich white guys, they dropped out of school. Did Mark Zuckerberg finish? No, he did not. Steve Jobs didn't finish. Bill Gates didn't finish. But the point is that they pursue their dreams and their ambition. And that's on Friday. This is what I'll be trying to give our next generation. Pursue your dreams and ambitions. I want you to get an education. I want you to go to college if you want to. But I want you to get this thing done. You have an open, you have to be open up some space we got to open up space for ordinary citizens. We just can't be worried about what the athletes are doing. It's all right to go to school and not be an athlete. Who are working class and others who make choices about trades and allow them to exist? Only a small percentage of Americans are college educated anyway. Barry McDonald, it's a very small percentage. So that means the rest of us, or the rest of the people, can't be dissed and dismissed. In our community, we have to embrace everybody. What is the future of HBCUs? That's why I'm always talking about HBCUs. That's why when Fob came on yesterday, I wanted to tell y'all about the Anthony Lawrence collection that everybody need to be taking part in. We've already been through what we've come to. It's all right to visit the graveyard, but we ain't gonna go. We ain't got no business making it. We ain't got no business making it our address. We can go back and visit them, but we ain't gonna make it our address. When we think about where we are as a people and struggling to find out our own footing in the midst of culture, we got to remember we built these institutions, the HBCUs. We built them when we had nothing in the bank. We beat them. We built them when we had vision. We had vision and imagination. And we leveraged the vision and imagination against what they could do against to hurt us. Howard Thurman, he said he refused the temptation to scale your dream to the event which your immediate experience. Don't scale your dream to the extent of your immediate experience. Dream bigger. These great institutions, man. I think about the HBCUs, and we got a young man that paying tribute to the HBCUs, and I'm gonna talk about it a little bit later. He made it a business venture. We should buy no HBCU clothing unless we go to the AC color, the Anthony Lawrence AL, the Anthony Lawrence collection. We shouldn't. I'm gonna put this go across the screen right now. We should be going right now. We have to remember that. Unless God is resigned, He's still in charge, ladies and gentlemen. You don't need a spare tire until your car break down. So when stuff break down, do you have a spare? And is the spare tire, is it good enough for you? Man, I can go on and go. I was just thinking about something. Uh, Check that out. I'm gonna talk about it a little bit later. I'm just giving you a teaser. But I was just thinking about Mike Epps. What I was just doing, I was just talking about the Chop Shop. What we do with the Chop Shop. I go back through my notes about just the Chop Shop. What I did, just the Chop Shop. I got thousands of notes. What they say? Joe Madison, man. He told me education is not always found in books. I'm just going down, y'all. Y'all just give me just give me a little bit. Just give me a sec. How we turning the people's attention to boost that diversity and inclusion as we do on the Chop Shop because we're not afraid. Chop Shop. I'm just going through them. Just going through things. I wrote a note. What I'm doing right now on the Chop Shop is very powerful. I told you this thing is powerful. This thing is called broadcast media. I'm casting a broad message out. I'm just going now. I always say, this is what I said. I'm always trying to bring the heat, the energy, the knowledge, and the power every day. Where else can you get it like this? But what I want to do before I go any further, for all of y'all who are joining us for the first time, for the 1,000th time, whatever, we have a simple and consistent goal here on the Chop Shop. Our goal is to intentionally, provocatively, on purpose, we choose to walk in the middle of the world's messiest, busiest intersection, the space where issues of race, sports, culture, and grassroots basketball collides. We sit in the middle of that intersection. In case you didn't know, we sit in this, we talk about it, we build on it, we be about it, we debate about it. And after spending some time learning about the issues and about figuring out what we're going to do, we get up and dust our hands off. Yes, some of y'all might not like what I said, but we get up and dust out and get ready to put what we talked about, Mr. Bartholomew, in action. I told y'all, let's start protecting our elite young players in this city. And our elite, man, somebody called me the other day. They ain't called me and gave me the information, but they gonna offer free, watch this, complimentary basketball training to guys that on the honor roll. Now, they ain't got back with me, so I ain't gonna mention their name. I be trying to get y'all to talk about topics. That's why I be wanting y'all to talk. Bring Corey with us. You should be saying, man, I want to talk about this. This stuff is hard, man. Gratitude is a powerful tool of resistance, though. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, listeners, who I think about every day when I prepare this show. I think about y'all. When I ask myself, is it that what I'm going to talk about, will it be helpful for them to know? Will it help us figure out some issues? But I'm grateful for y'all, man, because you are the reason we do this work. That's why I tell you to so we can get some more use. And I'm particularly grateful today for our Black students and our Black scholars who fought to protect the Black studies departments around the country. Y'all, it's a fight going on out here. It was hard for those departments to come into being. In my Africana studies, I found out about these things. I wouldn't have never, if it wasn't for the pandemic, I don't know if I never knew a lot of this stuff. How student activists that were on the front line in the civil rights movement, integration movements. They fought and defended Black studies department. I'm grateful for them. Then I go back, fast forward to now. I'm just thinking about being on airplanes. And Michael Epps was on the airplane with this old lady was sitting next to him. And she said, well, you somebody, you famous, you famous. He said, yeah, yeah, he said, what he was talking about, many people don't know who we are. you know. He said, and the lady said, yeah, he said, I'm Chris Brown. She said, I knew you was somebody. I knew you was something. But after a while, the lady went over there and called her daughter and said, I'm on the plane with Chris Brown. And the daughter busted said, Chris Brown ain't on no Southwest flight, mom. That dude next to you lying to you. And Michael F. said the lady kind of act funny with him the rest of the time, the rest of the flight. But they don't know they don't know who you are. And then I think about how powerful we are. I'm thinking about, I remember when George Floyd passed away. I remember when Target started out there, because Target, that's one of their headquarters in Minnesota, stood out there and said, I'm doubling down. I'm gonna give this to this. I'm gonna give this to this. I'm gonna give this amount of this, to give this amount of. And then when that clown get elected, they said, no, I ain't giving that. So these great group of people, and I participated in it, boycotted Target. Now, Target came out pounding their chest against DEI, and now they're going bankrupt. It just goes to show you there is no mandate on racism and showing you the power that we have. Don't ever forget that. Some of y'all still go. I got two people that I know real close. They still take their black ass in Target. And then one of them gonna try to give me an excuse. Well, hey, it was somebody said, well, I'm a black vendor and I'm on Target and you heard my say, you ain't going to buy their stuff, so quit lying. Some black folk, they just gonna get, y'all, sometimes we got to sacrifice not going in Target. But it's always some of us. And don't even think about it. Because all they thinking about is themselves. But ladies and gentlemen, I saw something last night. This boy, Corey Pete, this kid, Caleb Wilson, told some young people that I was speaking to him yesterday. Eric Harris, this is what I told him. Only 4 things can change your life, right? Do more of something. Do less of something. Start something. And stop something. Can change your life. Do more of something. Do less of something. Just look at your life. You should look at your life. Don't look about it. Start something and stop something. Is my mic working? Because ain't nobody said nothing yet. My mic's still working. Let me know. Somebody say something. Let me know. But I saw something last night. And I want to, I wish my man Fob was on here. I saw something, man. Grassroots basketball, man. I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna talk about y'all in a minute. Cause I got so much stuff to talk about. I got to go and get it before I get it. Get all this stuff out of here. All right. To my guards. To my guards. Brandon, you like that, huh, Brandon? All right. Brandon, that's powerful, Brandon. It's powerful. Brandon. 6'1" guards. Because most of us got them. I had one. Had 6'2" guard. Most of us got 6'1" guards around. All right. I'm finna help you out. I'm finna help you out now. Get this. Be able to spite. You need to share this to every kid, every kid, every parent. You got a 6'1" guard. Listen, it's tough because of the way the game is played. But Uncle Robert finna help you out. If you're a 6'1" guard, you got to be able to make every open shot you take. I'm not saying take every open shot, but you got to be able to make the ones you take. But the ones you take, you have to make them. I'm talking about you under 6'2" guards. And you also got to possess a superpower. Where my coach is at. Barry, whether your superpower is tenacious defense, if your superpower is the way you get 2 feet in the paint all the time and can dish it and make things happen, or if you're just an incredible leader, those are some superpowers that 6'2" and under below guards, they must have. If you're not working toward those things right now, basketball is going to be very difficult for you sooner than later. If not already in high school. You can get away with it in high school, but where everybody wants to go, it's tougher. The most valued thing in basketball, and Robert had been saying this on his show, is the ability to make shots. And if you are 6'1" and you can't shoot, and your superpower don't overwhelm your shooting, I'm gonna give you an example. This young guy, this kid that went to Butler. This guy was telling the story. He didn't shoot it well enough. But his superpower was he was an elite defender. His other superpower was he got his feet in the paint and he didn't turn the ball over. And his superpower was that he knew that what the coach wanted to run. That is my pet peeve when I'm watching basketball. See, y'all don't understand. I'm watching the game. I don't know what y'all be watching. I want to know who the point guard ain't even looking over there at the coach. I'm running this. His superpower was he knew everything the coach wanted to run before the coach wanted to run it. Y'all go to practice every day. Y'all, why don't you ask the coach, Coach, what you want? Have anybody, have you ever heard your son say that? Especially if he's your under 6 foot point guard. He got to have this. But this kid was successful at Butler. He didn't have to transfer parents. He didn't have to go chasing nothing. We got guys can't play defense and want to transfer to school, away from the school, because you can't play defense. Damn, my mic must be broke. Thank you, Teresa. I'm trying to give it to y'all. I don't know if y'all training these kids, y'all spending all this money, all these dribble moves. That better boy, yes, he got to be able to dribble, but that boy better be able to shoot that damn basketball, especially if he's a shorty. The reason I have partial for you shorties, because I had one. And guess what? Every team he was on, this is what I made sure as a dad. He was going to be the best shooter. He's going to be the best ball handler. He was going to be the hustler. He was going to be the best defender. And he was going to be the best rebounder from his position. Dude, in order to play this game, you got to do all of them elite. I'm tired of form shooting. No, we're going to shoot them until you ain't touching the bottom. You won't even touch the rim. You touch the rim. If it go in, you shoot free throws. If you touch the rim, they don't count. But you have to demand that of them. they ain't gonna just do it because they don't understand what it takes, Willie Sullivan. Man, I sit there in the gym with this boy, and he shot 100 out of 108 free throws he made. 100 out of 100. But guess what? They had to be swish. You aim small, you miss small. And the reason I know these kids ain't getting it, I'm going to the games and I ain't seen no dead-eye shooters. There's one dude I'm watching the game, he ain't made a shot yet. And the dude made a mistake. What? You know what? He's D1. I said, why is he D1? Well, he got elite speed. Wait a minute, he said he got great speed and he can pass the ball with two hands. I said, that's it. And I'm forget about it. But then, I love to just look around Willie Sullivan. Willie Sullivan. It's a team. It's a high school basketball team. Y'all, I got to get to Atlanta. It's a high school basketball team called Wheeler High School. Their entire starting five is going Division I. Where are my books here? Entire starting five, Malcolm Hall, is going Division I. Lamarian Lewis, he going to George Mason. Jaron Salisbury, he's going to Ole Miss. Kevin Savage, he gonna pick between Purdue, Cincinnati, Alabama, Arizona State, and Auburn. He got to pick one of them. Coben Landrew, he going to UConn. And Amari James, he's going to Clemson. That's where Jaylen Brown went to school. And Jaylen Brown gives back to that community. But when I found out, they got Wheeler, they got Pebblebrook, they got, what do you call it? Machichen High School. All black coaches. They all sit down. They figure out how to get all of them to the Final Four. You can't think about doing that here in Houston. Can't think about it. They all sit down. They all agree, man, ain't getting your players. If your player try to come to me, I'm calling you first. That man said, I love when you share the stories, God, you and your son's journey. It helped me stay in line. So I'm preparing my son and his teammates for the road ahead and not the road for my son and his teammate. Yeah, it's Joe. Joe, it was crazy. Joe, you know what, Joe? I'm going to tell you the truth. I didn't know how good the kid was going to be because it depends on him. All I did was try to build a system around him that had success. If it's basketball, see, I told y'all about it, but I always wanted him to meet CEOs. I always wanted him to be around scholars. I always wanted him to be around people. It was just, my dad died when I was young. So he couldn't do this stuff. So God blessed me with that little boy. So I told him, I never forget. Y'all got to realize now, I told y'all I met Pat. My partner daughter they were born in the same hotel. In the same hospital. His daughter was still in the hospital. She didn't come home with them. My son came out healthy. I could bring him home. I got on my knees in that hospital. I said, Lord, I'm going to take care of him the way you take care of me. I'll never forget it. My partner is a millionaire. All the money he had in the world could not change what was going on with his beautiful daughter. Nothing. All the money in the world. And I saw the struggles. God bless me with a healthy son. That's why I wanted to put him in a position to succeed, because I was blessed with him. You don't play with somebody done bless you with. So I made sure Joe Louis. And man, it wasn't kumbaya, Joe Louis. He didn't want to do it. I told you one day, I'm tired of learning. I taught him how to pivot. We was pivoting for 45 minutes. That just pivoting around. I said, son, we're doing this because I don't want you traveling in the game when you're under pressure. You went a whole season without turning the ball or traveling or carrying the ball. Because what we put in as a baby. Thinking about them coaches down there in Atlanta, trying to figure out. They had to change the rules because these coaches was figuring out, hey man, don't you win that championship right there. You let them win that championship, let him go against him. Then all four of us gonna be in the final four. Man, they ain't never you. That you can't even fathom nobody even thinking like that in Houston. Then them people changed the rules on. Hold up. Hold up. The rules was cool when they was doing it. But when we do it, they changed the rules on us, Joe Louis. They had one team up there. They moved all the kids and the black kids in this white community, and somebody was staying with somebody. They killed the dude. They killed the dude, and went back to practice. They arrested him, charged him, but it went on his business as usual. Then people don't think like that in a lot of places. Yes, that is Moody. We don't. Thinking about college basketball, I was looking at this yesterday. Arafan Dion, the number 21 ranked player on Sports Center. I mean, on ESPN, class of 2026, has committed to University of Houston. Houston basketball. uh, I just got a crazy note. I just got a crazy note, y'all. Boy, I just my life is pretty good. But Houston basketball has truly established itself as one of the best and arguably the most consistent program right now. Going into the Big 12 has allowed U of H and Coach Sampson to get their recruiting to the next level. It's shown huge results. They got the number one center in 25, Chris Kanak, and 26, both committed to U of H. Another 5-star, 3 of them this year. Already adding 1 for next year. Dion will be the beast defensively, the Cougs, elite rebounding and paint pressure. Sonya, this U of H is special, man. And and I'm gonna stay, and I wanted to talk to some people. I'm gonna stay in college, then I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go to pro because I want to go to pro. But I saw some Sonya, Kentucky would have reported. I don't know how true it is because these people be lying. I'm gonna repeat this again. You don't know how true it is with this NIL, talking about how much money they get, because these people, these parents, these friends, they be lying. Rep- Kentucky is reported to having a $22 million payroll to all of them dudes on that. And I'm going to talk about them in a minute. I'm going to give them a little reprieve, just a little bit, a little reprieve, because it ain't the kids' fault, right? Um, but I was sitting there uh, thinking about something. Y'all know how I am. But Tom Izzo had a reported budget of 3.5 million and beat the slop out of them. Kentucky, with the reported, remember I said reported, because these people be lying, right? Share the show, because it's about to get good. But I don't like Tom Izzo, because I don't like no old white man talking crazy to no kids, the black kids. That's just me. That's my problem, okay? I don't like it. Okay, nothing. I like Tom Izzo. I like Michigan State, but when I saw him talking crazy to them boys, I just did. But then he come back and love these boys. I don't know the dynamic of their relationship. That's why you stay out of people's marriage. That's why you stay out of people's family stuff. Because you don't know. You just see what you saw out in public. You don't know what's going on in the house. You feel me? Share the show. But let me keep going. I'm watching this, Threesha, and this kind of got me.
And that's what you call development, and that's what you call working with players. And you stick with them, and they stick with you. Jeremy Fierce is a good example. Just like Mateen, there were a couple of rough years because that's what happens as you're trying to make a boy a man and make a good player a great player. But tonight it was fun to see some of that come to fruition. So, everybody does it a different way, but I'm saddened that it's become a transactional society as far as football and basketball. But I'm just going to keep hanging in there until it doesn't work, and I'll still get a transfer here and there. I just don't want to get rid of guys that have put in a lot of time and put in a lot of effort. Their loyalty to me has got to be my loyalty to them, and loyalty still frickin' matters. I don't give up on the people.
This is amazing. I had to play that, ladies and gentlemen. I had to play that because he got another one. I want a quick one. I want you to watch this.
Question, because that seems to be the people that are getting the most credit. The transfer portal recruitment is almost bigger than winning games. Not at Michigan State. Someday it could hurt me. I'm gonna do what I gotta do. But I don't give up on the people I got. And that's what you call development. And that's what you call working with players. And you stick with them, and they stick with you. Jeremy Fierce is a good example.
What y'all think about that? What y'all think about that? Y'all talk to me. Be real with me. What do y'all think about that? Loyalty is the word. This is not mentioning in college basketball this way. Yeah. What y'all think? I want to know what y'all think. Y'all know I'm gonna tell y'all what I think, but I just like to hear. I like to hear what y'all be thinking, man. It's important that I hear what y'all thinking because y'all some brilliant people. Not just he sound good. Tell me what you like about it. Ain't sounding good. That man is putting it in practice. It don't sound good. It's real. What he doing? He said, you stick with me, Mr. Sullivan, I'm going to stick with you. Jeremy Fields is a perfect example. Jeremy Fields could have went everywhere. He could have went anywhere. So, Antoine, thank you, Antoine. NIL and transfer portal have severely impacted team continuity on the but we wanted it, though. You said, can I repeat the question? The question is, what do you think about what Izzo just said? You didn't hear what Izzo said? I'll play it again. No, I ain't going to play it again. It's too long. He said, sounds good, but do coaches really tell the truth? What you mean, do coaches tell the truth? The proof is in the pudding right there. What coaches tell? Let me play that again, because I don't understand. I'm hold up. Let me go back. Let me go back to where this is again. You talking about, do coaches tell the truth?
I don't give up on the people I got, and that's what
He said he don't give up on the people he got. Jeremy Fields was about to leave. A lot of them players were about to leave. He said he don't give. How is that you saying sounds good, but coaches don't tell the truth? Shit, these rotten-ass parents and these rotten-ass kids don't tell the truth. And I got 30 years in this business letting you know these rotten-ass parents and these rotten-ass kids don't tell the truth either. So everybody lying. If you're going to sit there and say, hold on, I'm going to get back there. I got to be real with you, Mr. Weefall. These rotten-ass parents, I'm going to repeat it, and these rotten-ass kids don't tell the truth either. So let's keep it real. We ain't finna get on Chop Shop with all of this. Well, it sounds good, but do coaches really tell the truth? Let me get back to him. Hold on. Then we gonna get there.
I don't give up on the people I got, and that's what you call development, and that's what you call.
If he said he don't give up on the people he got. He still got guys on his team, man, that ain't left. Sonya, I'm gonna ask all y'all questions in a minute. We don't know what. Yes, you do. Willie Sullivan. Yes, you do. Go. Hold up. Go to their website. Go look at the players he got. This ain't got to be no soundbite, and he'll tell you. I happen to know Mateen Cleaves personally. He wanted to put Mateen Cleaves' crazy Saginaw, Michigan ass out the team a million damn times. But he stuck with it. This is the same dude that coached crazy ass Draymond Green, and he stuck with it. So all of that, when you're talking about a soundbite, this ain't no soundbite. You got to know who this guy is. Do me a favor, get your ass on Google and go find out who he is. Go look at the players he retained. I'm not just going to let you put it up there, and I'm not taking up for him. I'm trying to get you to not just know, okay, let me go study Coach Izzo. He didn't quit like sorry ass Coach K and Tony Bennett. He's staking in. If you knew nothing else, why this old ass man still coaching? Have that ever crossed your mind instead of saying, I don't know what he does, so is this just a soundbite? Go study him. When you get stuff on this show, I'm not expecting for you to know everything right away. I'm expecting for you, I'm giving you a breadcrumb to go and study who this guy is. That's your job, to go study who this guy is. That ain't my job. I'm just telling you to listen to what he said. We're going to go back and go through it.
I don't give up on the people I got.
He said, I don't give up on the people he got. And the hell is that a soundbite?
And that's.
This is a minute-long conversation. This ain't no clickbait or no soundbite. Listen to him.
What you call development.
He liked to develop his players. He's a hard coach. I can't be with you for 6 months and you're gone in 6 months and get another one in. He trying to tell you you got to stick through this system like his players have. Go look at his history. Don't just throw it out there. Look at a man's history. This ain't no soundbite. I know what this man's history is. Let me keep going.
That's what you call working with players. And you stick with them, and they stick with you. Jeremy Fears is a good example.
He just gave you an example. No, he just gave you an example. Go look up Jeremy Fears. He went up there, Jeremy Fields went up there, playing around, messing around with them dudes in the hood with a girl, and they shot his ass. And he was the first one to look after him. Go and look. Go. Instead of thinking this man is talking about a soundbite, go study who he is. That's all I'm telling y'all. That's all I'm telling you. I'm giving you talking about I know more information behind the scenes than we do. No, you got Google. Go Google him. Go Google him and wonder why Matt Ishbia, the dude who just bought the Phoenix Suns, is one of his greatest donors. He was a walk-on for that man right there. And Matt Ishbia swears by this man right here. Mateen Cleaves loved this man to death. Go look it up. It's all documented. It ain't like I just know something that y'all don't know. But what I do, I go find out before I run my mouth talking about a damn soundbite. That's what I do, different than everybody else.
Just like Mateen, you know, there were a couple of rough years.
He said, me and Mateen, a couple of rough years. Mateen came from Saginaw, Michigan, come on that team, just disrupting every damn thing. But he stayed with him.
Because that's what happens as you're trying to make a boy a man and make a good player a great player. But
in all basketball, if they stay around long enough, Johnny Jones gonna try to make you to take them your boys and turn them to men. LJ Andrews gonna be a better man because of Johnny Jones. So this is not a soundbite. This is what college coaches do. The great ones. They're teachers. Now, I don't trust some of them assistant coaches, but keep going. Watch this.
Tonight it was fun to see some of that come to fruition. So, you know.
Now he just glad to see that the guys that stuck with him didn't run off on the transfer portal. I'm really translating this because you call it a soundbite. Let me translate what you call a soundbite. He said the guys stuck with him. He didn't leave. I stayed with them and they stayed with me. And we got a $3.5 million payroll. Now that's documented. $3.5 million payroll, and we just beat a team with a proposed $22 million payroll, and we whooped they behind. And they asking me questions about this after this game. Maybe I should have added some context to what he said.
Does it a different way, but I'm saddened that it's become a transactional.
And he's saddened that I'm telling y'all, I hate that this transactional basketball. I hate it that it's transactional. You give me some, it's less like a prostitute in a John. You give me some, I give you some money. You give me this. That's the kind of relationships this transfer portal is. You give me some, I give you some. Me love you a long time. But let me keep going.
Society.
Great comments, though, Willie Sullivan. Keep them coming.
As far as football and basketball, but I'm just going to keep hanging in there until it doesn't work, and I'll still get a transfer here and there. I just don't want to get rid of guys that have put in a lot of time and put in a lot of effort. Their loyalty to me has got to be my loyalty to them, and loyalty still frickin' matters.
That wasn't a soundbite. All you got to do is go to their website and look at the kids he's retaining. But let me go and answer some of y'all questions. I think it is good for the players who are not the five-star dudes that get offered bread. I think it's good for players who are not five-star dudes that get offered the bread. Those 3 and 4 stars can become top-level players with development. I think that is what he's saying. Okay. It seems now they don't have a choice but try to be loyal. NIL is wreaking havoc on their retention, not his. See, that's what, Sonya, there you go. Not his. They staying with him. That's what he's saying. What are y'all talking about? He's telling you, oh my God, y'all, damn, I done played it twice. He telling you, my guy stand. I'm not crying like what's that boy name? Tony Bennett now. I'm making this shit work. That's what he's saying. That man don't have to coach no more. That one right there. That man do not have to coach not nobody ever again. Ever. He got to be doing this because he want to. Let me keep going. The main word here is development and law, but people don't want development. Didn't y'all say that the other day? People don't want to be developed. People don't want to be. They just want to get there. They don't want to pass. They don't want to learn how to do this because they want to get their numbers up so they can get some NIL. That's what y'all told me the other day. It ain't about development. Izzo stuck with my friend Kenny Redfield. Plus, the majority of his players stay for a year. Yes, Draymond Green stayed for a year. Y'all got to know the history. Y'all, I'm not putting no clown up here on the screen. What I want you to do is go and say, okay, let me study who this dude is. Y'all got to remember, I was mad at the man because I didn't like how he was treating and talking crazy to them players. But when I found out how much them players love that man and what he was doing, the reason he can talk to them that way, because they talk to him that damn way. I told y'all, I went up to Cornell and surprised my son. I walked in the gym, Sonya. I walked in the gym. And I heard my son talking crazy to the damn head coach. And I wanted to go down on that floor and snatch a knot in his ass. But I sit back and said, this ain't my ministry. This ain't my job. Sit up here, daddy, and shut your damn mouth. I sit up there and shut my mouth. Afterwards, I went and talked to the coach. I said, Coach, because I was going to get right in my son's behind. He said, no, Mr. Hatter. He said, Robert is the only player got my permission to challenge me because he's the captain. And I told him, he said, Robert told me, Coach, don't get on him. Don't get on him. Let me handle them. Because when you say something to him, they boggle down and then it hurts me and mess me up because my players done boggled down. So him and coach made that agreement and coach went against the agreement and Robert got in and coach had. So they was in that argument when I walked up. But that's development. I'm on the outside looking in. Like y'all just look, I want y'all to look further into what the man was saying. But let me keep going. He said, Izzo usually have players that rock with him. I'm glad Divine is there. Somebody said, I'm glad Divine is there. I hope he stay to fight. I think Izzo is the perfect for his development. I don't know Divine. I don't know him. But and I can't tell. I know he left Miami and went up there. But he seemed happy on the bench. He stays and fight. Izzo. Jeremy Fields is the truth. That's why I don't care for programs that don't have a core for their 15-year-old grassroots program. Why? I like that. Favor for a favor. Favor for a favor. Five, people do not want the process. I think it's always been transaction. No, it's not. It's not. No. It's just coaches had all the leverage. No, no. There was always an exception. It was, no. It ain't always been transact. What? It's your fault as a parent if you don't know. See, Curtis George. I've studied this stuff. Curtis George. I knew what I had in a player, my son. See, y'all problem, y'all making transactions because y'all used to making transactions like that. I wanted that Cornell education, and I wanted to get my son in the Dyson School of Business because I knew that was the best undergrad business school on the damn planet. So I had a plan to get him good enough so that people can come 1,700 miles away to get this little bitty 165 pound little kid with goggles and believe him enough to take him up there so he can get in. I had a plan. So whatever transaction, they wanted his talent. So if you call it, I call it transformative because now he's a captain of industry. So I won. But I had a plan. He said, Thaddeus Moose said, while Michigan is giving out large sum of NIL, Michigan State is staying on course and getting players that want to play for him. Players got to want to play for you. Just because you get these little nappy head ass dudes some money, Sonya, Kentucky just done showed you, just because I give your black ass some money, don't mean you can play. Don't mean you coming to play. This dude, wait till I talk about him in a minute. Talking about, I didn't give my all. How the hell you ask for that money? But I told y'all this stuff was going to happen. I told y'all it was going to happen. But the players getting the money now. Yeah, the players get the money now. But these players ain't living up to their end of the bargain. And guess what? I'm not finna defend their ass when they ain't. Because I see them. I'm watching the games. I ain't never watched this many college games in my damn life. And I'm watching how these players getting this money and coming and not giving. So you expect you talking about, but the coach is still coaching his ass off, but the players getting the money, Sonya. So that transaction ain't right. That's a bad transaction. Because the coach is still coaching, but the players coming in getting this money and they ain't playing. Tell me that transaction now. That's a toxic transaction. Yeah, I like that. Hold on. Rod Wells, yeah, they got me cranked up today. I'm from the school, you start where you finish. No. I ain't saying you start where you finish. That ain't came out my mouth. I didn't say that. That's Curtis. Hold up. That's Curtis George. Y'all got to understand, man. Look at his history. Some of these coaches ain't no good. Absolutely. But some of these parents and these kids ain't no good either. He said, I tell all my players, never let them use you. Yeah, and that's what I told you. I forgot to tell you that part, son. This is what we told. This is what I told him. I said, Robert, son, any school we go to, they gonna get all they can out of you. Let's go see we can get as much college as we can out of them. Maybe I need to repeat that for the people in the back. Whatever school he went to, they was gonna get all they can. You had to get up 5 a.m. You had to do everything you had to do at Cornell. But now you got to go get the most college you can out of them. And I'm glad you start where you finish. And let me tell you something. When betrayal is involved, you don't have to start. I don't know, loyalty. Yeah, but my son ain't going into no blind loyal situation. It's got to be a toxic relationship. Now, some of those dynamics between the coach and the kids were toxic. They were toxic. Yes, get the hell out of there. The coach telling you to swallow your spit and all of that kind of stuff. No, get the hell out of there, because you're going to whoop his ass. Something going to happen. So I ain't telling you to stay in no toxic environment. But if these people paying you, man, you can't go out there and do what Kentucky did the other night. Because everybody bragging about, they gave my boy this much. They gave my boy this much. They gave my. Let me tell y'all something. I was watching that team last night. Y'all follow me. Well, it was 1:00. Hold up, y'all. I got to do something right quick. Ladies and gentlemen, when I come out of this one, because y'all know how I feel about HBCUs. Y'all, if you don't know, I partner with TSU, and I commentate their games. But I saw this, and it moved me. It moved me a long time ago. 2 brands, 1 legacy. HBCUs influence everything. Atlanta influenced everything. And Anthony Lawrence Collection proudly announced a special collaboration release that celebrates the culture, pride, and legacy that shapes us. HBCUs influence everything collection. This partnership unites 2 cultural powerhouses committed to storytelling, craftsmanship, and unapologetic elevations of Black excellence. Together, we honor the institutions that set the trends, build the leaders, and define the culture. From the yard to the world, this collaboration is a tribute to the innovation, style, and spirit born on HBCU campuses, woven into every thread. Atlanta influences everything. The reason I shared that with y'all, the reason I tell y'all be careful, this is why I want y'all to respect everybody that be on this platform, in this show, whatever. We have, and I'm gonna repeat, we have some brilliant people that talk on this show, that comment on this show, that does everything on this show. We got a young man on this show that, I just can't believe. The young man is a summer coach, high school coach, and a brand leader. I mean, it's unbelievable that we got a guy in our sphere of influence that got a brand called the Anthony Lawrence Collection. Go Google it. It's just amazing. Somebody right here, they've been watching this show for years. Everything that HBCUs, the stuff that Deion Sanders be wearing. Deion Sanders said, he's so clean, he dirty. This young man that's on this feed, ladies and gentlemen, I keep telling y'all, we in the midst. So anything HBCU, you make sure. If you're really serious, well, make sure you have his number. I'm so proud. I've been wanting this to happen for so long. But watch this. Just watch this.
Anthony Lawrence Collection. Come out and play.
Had to mute the rest of it. Hold up, that's the wrong one. I got another. I got the long version. Watch this. Watch this.
Anthony Lawrence Collection. play.
Now it's some music playing. Look what y'all got. What y'all been missing. Man, he got some stuff. Man, just take a look. I want to move my picture out the way. Move out the way, Rob, so they can see everything. I like that. I like that. This man ain't playing with y'all, Alcorn. The Steve McNair jersey. Shannon Sharp, Savannah State jersey. The jackets. I got one of them, TSU. I like that FAMU. I like that FAMU sweatshirt. I like that. Anthony Lawrence Collection, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Ladies and gentlemen, hey, that's what this all about. All y'all like to look nice. All y'all like to look sharp. And the material, oh my goodness. Y'all better be glad I ain't going back in there and get my stuff out. Y'all better be glad I ain't going to get my stuff. Hold on. He made me something from Memphis. I got the Memphis hoodie and the Memphis shorts with the Memphis on the front. I mean, it's unbelievable, man. The Anthony Lawrence collection, man. I'm just proud to even just be able to talk about it openly on this show right now because it's something that I am going to be talking about at least for the 6 months. The next 6 months, we're going to be talking about this because we should know this. We should know we got somebody in our community that we can get quality stuff from. And it's just unbelievable. I'm happy about that. But let me get back. Wonder how much giving this top. I know. Let's keep going. That was good. I like that. What was I? I was talking about Kentucky, right? Watch this, y'all. Hold up. Y'all see? I'm still waiting on y'all. Y'all, we got it going on. All we ever need is right here. This is why this community is so important. I'm just sending somebody my address right quick. Now imagine, Sonya, when your son do something like this and we can talk about it on the court. Imagine, Lester, if your daughter do something like this. Imagine, Curtis George. That's what this thing is about. That's why I tell you to share the show. It ain't for me. What's up, Eric? But Eric, in these teams, and I'm watching everybody leaving. I'm going here. I'm going to get that money. I'm going to get this money. I'm going. But what happens though, Sonya, when you're doing this? Like the players are empowered now. You think they play, but baby, these players and these parents, they don't understand what's happening. They don't understand. Yeah, you get money, but you leaving you leaving better situations to go somewhere for a couple of dollars more because you don't understand the value. Oh, he made me mad. He ain't playing me. Then you go somewhere else. They ain't gonna play you either. But what all of these teams should be looking for is chemistry. If you want to win. Now, if you just want to go get some money, okay, go to school and get you some money. But I thought if you're a basketball player, you want to win. That's my fault. That's my fault. A lot of y'all don't want to win. Y'all just want the players to be empowered. Yes, I want to be empowered and win in life. Because if you're being sorry because you got some money, that money ain't going to last long. Your habits going to continue to be with you for the rest of your life. last year team, Kentucky's team had great chemistry. But then that man went, tried to swing for the fences. But what he did, the last year team had chemistry from the beginning. And when I say chemistry, most people think they all get along well. That ain't what I'm talking about. That's just a tiny part of what chemistry is. Tiny part of what chemistry is. From the beginning, I told you. On a basketball team, just getting along. I don't have to get along with this dude. Y'all got to understand. People don't get along with Chris Paul. But he won. I ain't got to get along. I want to win, man. It wasn't enough for me, Sonya, just to get some money. I want to go in a situation. I don't like every day my folks turning this thing on. I'm getting boat raced. What the hell that money? What the money? Okay. But the money is super. No, it's millionaires out here in NBA mad because they're getting boat raced. But let me get back to this. Boy, we're gonna end this week. We're gonna end this week good. But great questions. Keep them coming. See, chemistry, it starts with people understanding their roles and what they need to bring to the team. Don't bring, because I gave you $1 million NIL to the team, Sonya. Don't bring that. I didn't give you that, but bring your authentic self. The reason I brought you here, bring that to the team. I don't care how much money your little black ass make. Excuse my language. Because I'm talking about a couple of players in particular that came on these teams and got that money and ain't did nothing. And it's embarrassing. Because guess what? I co-signed for one of them. Yes, I'm mad. What you need to bring to the team to help the team be successful. And what goes along with it is not just understanding your role, Eric, but accepting your role, son. And not everyone accepts their role. That's the problem at Kentucky and a lot of these universities around here. The coach may say, I need Eric to defend, be a defender and a rebounder, and all of that kind of stuff, right? The dirty work. And the player will come back and say, I understand that, coach, but I want to put that ball in the ball. I want to score too. Mamas, daddies, that don't help the process. I got two parents that's in my ear all the time, and I ain't gonna lie, I had to pray because they're gonna run me crazy. And I'm telling them, and they just ain't listening. Let me tell y'all something about that Kentucky team that got boat raced the other night. There's only one player that was eligible to play for Kentucky that night. Remember I said, watch it because y'all gonna miss what I said because some of y'all, especially King Sticks, watch my mouth. There was only one player that was eligible to play for Kentucky last night. Eligible, that actually played, that started on his team he was on last year. So don't come telling me about nobody that was on the damn bench and didn't play last night. Only one, and that was Ortega Owe. And he the one come in the press conference and said, he didn't play hard. A top 25 matchup in Madison Square Garden. Sonya. That's all right. Because your son had it rough. Everybody have it rough. Son, it's all good. Son, some of them coaches ain't no good now. But son, Owe came up there and said, I didn't play hard enough. You got that damn money, but you didn't play in Madison Square Garden on national TV, a top 25 matchup. I bet you your handlers and your people made sure that check cleared, but they didn't make sure your damn mind was right. This is the problem we're having, ladies and gentlemen. I don't care about nobody getting no money, but your ass better be able to play. When you asking these people for all this damn money and whining and I ain't gonna, man, he didn't give me but 175, man. I need some more. Your ass ain't played a second. You got a guy, the team gave him 175,000 in June. And he talking about he ain't gonna play in October until he gets some more money. Because what the fired assistant coach said. Y'all assistant coaches, listen, mamas, assistant coaches don't give out no money. They don't have the power. They might be running their goddamn, they run their mouth like they got the power, but they ain't. Excuse me, Lord. Because this stuff pissed me off, man. Because I knew it was going to open up all of this stupid stuff. Because I've been dealing with these players for 30 years. It wasn't that I didn't want them to get no NIL. I just knew it had to be structured away. It had to be structured. Yes, Fob. That happened. I ain't playing then. I'm going to another college. Didn't wind up not being eligible. You had to sit out there. You didn't wind up not being ineligible for the next year. Yeah, player did that. Because the assistant coach said he could get more. That damn assistant coach got fired. Ortega Owe said, go Google it. Yeah, I didn't play hard. I need to play harder. Fob, I know you. If you ain't playing hard, you don't want them wearing your brand. You got NIL endorsers. Sonya. Yes, I got a lot of information. Yes. That's why I'm sharing it with y'all. But Ortega Owe was the only one. There was no other player on Kentucky's roster that played the other night, that actually played the other night, started for their team last year. Not one. But Ortega Owe. Aberdeen, he was on Florida's national championship, but he was the sixth man. He didn't start, and now he's been asked to be a guy. Yo, everybody ain't gonna be I don't care how much money they get you. Your ass can't be no guy. You just got to be a guy just to be a guy. No matter, money ain't gonna make you no guy. Then what's Diabate? He was a role player at Alabama. They gave him all that money, and he was a role player over there. But you gave him star money to come over to Kentucky because you had all that money. You gave all these people this money. Them guys can't. They ain't ready yet. Maybe they'll be ready later, but right now they ain't ready. ladies and gentlemen. That's how I feel about that. But let me tell y'all something. Told y'all. When you're coming to me and you got a strong opinion about something, but I didn't agree with it, but then me personally, Eric Ridgway, I'm going to go study what I said. Me and Bob, we had a going back and forth about this kid named Dennis Jenkins. I knew he was a two-way player. But I said he's a G League, a two-way player. And he said, he ain't no G League player. But he was. So that's what I was arguing. Wasn't arguing that he in the league. But what I did, y'all, I went and looked the kid up. Watch this. Watch this. And to me, he's having a Jeremy Lin-like moment. Type breakout. Dennis Jenkins. I ain't never heard of him. Out of nowhere, has stepped up for the number one seed Detroit Pistons in the Eastern Conference. They got the number one seed. They the number one team. Ain't been but 16 games, but in 4 more games, we're going to see where everybody fan out. And we're going to come back and talk about this after the 20th game, okay? Everybody. So get your NBA hats on. Next week, we're going to come talk about it, right? Watch this. And the path, ladies and gentlemen, that Jenkins had taken to being one of the better rotational guards in the Eastern Conference right now this year is insanely impressive. Watch this. Remember the other day, I said he was just a G Leaguer. But then, guess what? I went and looked him up. Jenkins attended Hillcrest High School in Dallas. I think he was a senior in 2019. Right? And then went off to go play in the West Coast for Pacific University 2020, the COVID year. He then took an unusual route and went and left there and went and played JUCO and went to Odessa, Texas to play JUCO, right? He appeared in 34 games in Odessa for the Wranglers, I think that's the name of their team. And he averaged about, watch this, 15 points a game. But then he caught the eye of one of the best college coaches of all time, Rick Pitino, who got Jenkins to transfer from the JUCO and come to Iona. Y'all follow me? Y'all watch this now. In 2023, he would go on to average 15 points, 15.5 points at Iona. Watch this, y'all. 15 points at the JUCO, 15.5 at Iona, and 5 assists and 4 rebounds for Iona in 2023. Watch this. Remember that 15 points? A team that made the March Madness tournament that year. Then he followed Rick Pitino to St. John's in 2024, right? He averaged 15 points again. I don't know who was a coach at Pacific. I think Damon had left. I texted Damon this morning. He didn't hit me back. But I don't know. I don't know who the coach was at Pacific. I didn't know. That's a good question. I text to try to find it out, but he ain't texted me back yet. Yeah. But watch this, Bartholomew. Watch this now. Watch this. This ain't about Bernie right now. We're talking about Dennis Jenkins right now. He averaged 15 points, 5 assists, 35% from 3 at St. John's. Y'all see the consistency? Played with Walter Clayton Jr. at Iona, yes. Oh, it was Damon. Okay. So watch this now. 15 points. What? Parents? 15 points. JUCO. 15 points. Iona. 15.5 at St. John's. Do anybody notice the consistency? in the Big East that actually he averaged 15 points, 5 assists on 35% from three. In the Big East that actually earned him all Big East second team. But it was still wasn't enough to get him drafted. He was all tournament second team, all Big East, a big conference second team, and still didn't get drafted. Now, some of y'all talking about some people who gonna get drafted ain't even. Let me keep going. I got to take this one. Hold on 1 second. Watch this. Yes! Hey, y'all, I had to answer that one. That's one. Look, but let me get back to y'all. This boy Janice, because I didn't know how good this little boy was. So I went. That's all I asked y'all to do when y'all come on here. I just went and looked him up. So he went undrafted, and then he signed a two-way deal with the Pistons in the summer of 2024. He would go in that year and shoot 34% from the field and 33% from three in the summer league for the Pistons in 2024. But he averaged 21 points a game for the G League team in 25 just passed. And he earned another two-way contract, right? Y'all follow me? And when he go on and have one of the best summer leagues he didn't have, anybody this year, he got another two-way contract. In other words, but with all the injuries this year, what's my man? Jaden Ivey, and all of them. Now he's taking advantage of his increased opportunities, like Mr. Bob was trying to let me know. He's averaging 11.5 points a game, shooting 48% from three for the number one seed in the Eastern Conference right now. This is one of the best stories in the NBA. That's why I'm trying to tell it to you. And for over the last 4 games, Jenkins, while Cade Cunningham has been banged up, he has stepped up a ton. He averaged 22 points and 8 assists and 4 rebounds, 48% from the field, 48% from three, and the Pistons have won all over the last 4 games, all 4 of these games, including the last 3 that he started. And I'm gonna give a shout out. Shout out to the Pistons front office for finding this young man out of nowhere. Dennis Jenkins has been cooking over the past 5 games. He's been averaging 20 points, 7 rebounds, 4 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals on 50, 45, 80 splits. Oh my God. On 34 minutes a game. Ladies and gentlemen, his salary for this year, $85,000 on that two-way deal. Shout out to K for getting his own shoot next season. Yeah, shout out to K Cunningham. Hey man, I'm really happy about this stuff, man. I really am. When I was thinking about y'all, it's not enough attention. And I don't know if they play tonight. I think they play tonight. Man, the Houston Rockets good, man. Hold up. I got to see if anything else can happen. You know, since I've been on the show. Let me see. Do the Rockets play tonight? No, I think they got a break. I think they play tomorrow. Let me make sure. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what y'all been watching. The Rockets. No, they don't play tonight. Dang. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I'm looking to watch the Rockets play. I'm serious. I never did this. I ain't got to just watching the Pistons. I ain't watched no Pistons whole game yet. But I'm gonna start watching them. But I want to share something with y'all before we get out of here this weekend. It's not enough attention has been given to the fact that the Houston Rockets have the best offense in the league and also the weirdest offense in the league. Herb Baker. He played for Damon and Pacific, and he played for my guy, Bucket Ballman at Odessa. Man, I text Biggie this morning, and he ain't hit me back. Let me see. He ain't hit me back, man. Let me see. I did text him, didn't I? Hold up. Yeah, I did. Yeah, it was delivered. I guess he busy. College coaches really ain't got time to be on the phone with me until they want me. But the reason I said the Rockets is weird though, Herb, they did last in 3 points attempt rate. They did last in attempts. But number one by a mile in offensive rebounding. Man, Steven Adams either tipping it or grabbing it or tipping it out. And guess who he tipping it out to? Kevin Durant, so he can spot up and hit the three. They mashing their way to points while just skewing the three. They just forgetting about the three. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, I didn't see this. Because everybody, don't the analytics say shoot up all the threes you can shoot? And by the way, the Pistons, they 28th. The Rockets last, they 28th in three-point attempts. And first in the East too. Ain't that crazy? They also is a great offensive rebounding team too. That damn Jalen Deering, man. Y'all, what? Let me keep going. Did I have anything else for y'all? Oh, you know, y'all know I'm friendly with this. Y'all know this my little dude. I'm going to show y'all. I told y'all he was my dude last week, didn't I? But this Caleb Wilson. Didn't I tell y'all about him? Watch what he said.
Defense, what I try to do is I try to think how the offensive player is thinking. I always, if my player catches the ball, who I'm guarding, I always take a quick glance behind me so I can see what is he seeing. What is the gap that he feels like he can attack? If I catch the ball at the top of the key in the slot, I'm always thinking middle drive because that's usually where the spacing is. So if I see my man catch the ball before he catches it or while he's catching it, I'm gonna take a quick glance back and see what's behind me so I know what I can do to stop him from getting where he wants to go. We're playing against good players in college. People are going to hit tough shots, but you can't let them get easy.
This boy 18 years old, man. What? And he from Atlanta? What school? What high school did he go to, y'all? Hold on. Hey, man, I got to look this kid up. Did y'all hear that? Do anybody need to hear that again? Y'all, they don't make them like that. Y'all, I be around them too much. They ain't thinking the game like that, man. Ladies and gentlemen, these dudes ain't Caleb Wilson. These dudes ain't thinking these. Dude, I'm oh, the name of the school, Holy Incident? That's the name of the school? Holy Incident? Man, don't be doing that. Herb. Yes. Herb, you know I don't say that too often. He looked like one of them. when he get off the bus, he look like one of them. Hold on. That man ain't lying. He led Holy Innocent Episcopal School to a 27-24 record. Ladies and gentlemen, hey, a member of the Dean List Honor Society, maintain a 3.8 grade point average, a member of the Black Student Union, I know nothing about this boy today. Y'all, we have some amazing young people, man, around us, man. We got some amazing young people, man. Wow. Now, makes sense. Hometown Atlanta, Georgia, a freshman. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just still looking. It's a leader. He's a leader. I know you was after him, but what? I know you was after. So this one of your, like I be telling y'all the ones I had that got away, that's one of yours that got away. I sure wish you had got him. The man went to Holy Innocent Episcopal. Caleb, boy, hey, you my dude, man. I mean, let me see what else I got for y'all. I ain't got but 7 minutes. I got to give y'all, got to find a 7-minute situation for y'all. Oh, but I wanted to repeat what we was talking about yesterday about intelligence. I want to repeat again. I was talking to some kids, speaking to some kids yesterday, and I was explaining them. I told them there's only 4 things can change your life. Heard? I told them, do more of something, do less of something, start something, or stop something. Yes, I talked about Willa already. Willa basketball team, high school in Atlanta, got 5 Division I players in the starting lineup. Lamarian Lewis going to George Mason. Jaron Salisbury going to Ole Miss. Kevin Savage, he got a pick out of Purdue, Cincinnati, Alabama, Arizona State, and Auburn. Coben Landrew, UConn. Amari James is going to Clemson. Amazing, amazing, amazing young guys. But what I wanted to share when we get, I'm gonna end with this, and I hope I'm gonna end with this one. But because I was talking to the kids and I gave them this yesterday, and I gave it to y'all yesterday, but I'm gonna give it to you again. Here is how you know someone is highly intelligent. It's not their degrees, but it's this. It's what's led Oscar Wilde to say that consistency is the best refuge of the unimaginative. And what he meant by that is that highly intelligent people know how to change their minds. Their mind. That man said, I'm not sure that's one of those made up basketball factories. There probably weren't but 15 or 50 students in that high school. Wheeler is not that big. I didn't know that. I don't know. But Jalen Brown went to there. But let me keep going, y'all. Let me get to him. how I'm trying to get you to know when somebody's highly intelligent. I'm trying to help. All you adults should know this. I'm giving this to the next generation, right? Okay. What did you watch for them to say something like this? Uh, they say things like, "I used to think," highly intelligent, or "That's a good point," or "Let me reconsider." See, most people double down and protect the ego, especially when on the show. When all I say is, I said, "Man, that's my opinion. That's just how I feel." But intelligent people update their beliefs. I practice it today. Bob told me this boy was that and this boy was this, and I just say he's a G League player. That's all I say. He's a G League player and a two-way player. That was a fact. And Bob said he just needed opportunity. And that was a fact. So, but I went and studied about the kid and came and just talked to y'all for 15 minutes about the kid instead of doubling down to protect my ego. And intelligent people, they get more curious instead of defensive. Fob, I know you're saying this Negro then went, I took what you said and went and studied who the kid was. Oh, Caleb. Okay. Caleb. Okay. But let me keep going. Intelligent people, they ask things like, what am I missing? Instead of trying to win an argument. My favorite word is, my partner said it the other day, he said, you always say, make it make sense. Some people get mad when I say that. And all I say is, Herb, make it make sense to me. And then they can't explain it, then they get frustrated because they don't know how to explain it. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Intelligent people, my young people, they don't tie their identity into being right. And they treat being wrong like data, a data. They treat it like data, not humiliation. Oh, Albert Einstein, I got a minute left, also recognized this and said that the measure of intelligence is the ability to change. Wow. So here is a real flex, being able to say, I've changed my mind without shame. What's the favorite thing when you say, as the truth change, if the facts change, the truth change. Man, I had a good week with y'all, man. Learn about Caleb Wilson, learn about he said, so that man said, Craig said, so what I'm saying is we just want people to be this is for the see, Craig, it wasn't for you. I told you it's for my new generation, my next generation. This is how you know someone is highly intelligent. When they do those things that I was trying to give to y'all, Craig. Craig says, so what you say? Craig, I ain't saying nothing. I'm just trying to practice the habits of highly successful people. That's all, Craig. That's all I'm trying to do. But y'all, I got to get out of here. I got to get out of here, man. It is so, I'm seriously, this is one, it's a great week. I learned some stuff from y'all. I got a chance to do this. I didn't think I was going to ever have a chance to do this. But I got to play it again.
Election. and play.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's the Anthony Lois collection of HBCU products. When I tell you it's the best material, the best, oh, you're talking about wash, you know how everybody talking about washing it in the shrink. She wash it look better. You probably got sitting them, I don't know how you got to do them sweaters. I ain't got one of them. Them sweaters be hidden, man. The sweaters be hidden, man. Them cardigans, it's all from the Anthony Lawrence collection. This a collection that was developed and founded by a young man that be on this show. So anytime you thinking about buying some HBCU, you got to go Facebook AL collection, AL collection, Instagram at AL collection, all of that. Let me run that thing across the bottom just in case you didn't get it. Man, this our own people. Y'all, let's buy them out. Like them guys came and did my food truck that day. Let's intentionally go and say, hey man, we buying you out today. You had to go get some more cotton. You're gonna have to go get some. The man got this one thing, Craig. Craig, he got this one thing. It's probably new, and I'm gonna slip it out. He introduced it. He put in the name, and he got instead of where the blue would be or the black would be, it would be denim there. I mean, he just innovate. He doing stuff. He just design and just doing. I mean, it's just amazing. I can't wait. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna bring him. We're gonna bring him on the show so we can talk about y'all. When we got our own people doing stuff like this. These the labels we should be wearing. Because he gonna give back to the community. He gives scholarships back to our community. Bernard Arnault don't. That's the dude who owns Chanel, Balenciaga, Louis Vuitton. They don't give nothing back. You ain't never heard of Louis Vuitton coming giving nothing to HBCU. You ain't never him coming. All they gonna do, they ain't doing it. So we got our own line that we can preserve and support. Craig, I'm glad you were here today, man. So you can get the Craig, we rolling on this Chop Shop, man. We rolling. But man, I'm just so proud of that. Great week, y'all. Great week. And guess what? We're gonna TSU play tonight. Hold on. My boys play tonight now. You know, I gotta watch the game. I gotta watch this game, take the game. And I like to see how the other announcers announce our guys and how they analyze our guys and what they think about our guys. So, I mean, y'all, I'm always studying, Craig. In case you didn't know, Craig, I called analyzed the TSU basketball game. TSU gonna play at 6:00 tonight. They playing Vanderbilt. TSU play against Vanderbilt tonight on the SEC network. I can't wait. Y'all done got me cranked up. Who else? If you want to see Sheldon play, he played tonight. Sheldon Henderson from Bel Air. They played. Memphis and Purdue play tonight too. They play at 5. So I got some work to do before I can sit down and watch that. But that's it. Let me see if anybody else that I just really wanted to. Let me go to college basketball because everybody, you know, y'all might got some nephews. Somebody out here is playing tonight. It's gonna be a lot of over the last few days, over the last week. It's gonna be a lot of college basketball. It's feast week, so I'll see y'all later. I'll see y'all on Monday, okay, and talk about some of these games. All right. Let me see. Let me hit the right button. That's